White people are shocked. White people are furious. They want to know what really happened. What has Dolly Parton really done that is making a lot of black people to appraise her? They have been searching for black people to curse her, to say something, to do this, but they've not seen any. And you know the sweetest part? They are now charging each other to learn from Dolly Parton. They are now charging each other using Dolly Parton as an example. I'll first of all let you guys watch all the clips I have for you guys before I say anything I want to say. First, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks. Also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch, guys.
This message is for white women. Are y'all paying attention to how the black community is grieving Dolly Parton right now? Are y'all seeing how the black community is grieving a white woman who sang in country music from the state of Tennessee? Do you see that? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why black folks are grieving the loss of Dolly Parton today in ways that they have not grieved other white women. And then maybe you should emulate that behavior. You should go figure out what's so special about Dolly that makes black folks sad that she has left this earth. And then do that. Okay?
We not gonna do is talk about Dolly Parton like we lost an 80-year-old woman, because Dolly Parton was 25 years old for approximately 55 consecutive years. I don't know how she did it. Dolly Parton looked at aging and said, well, there's a precious little idea. No, thank you. That woman had the same blonde hair, the same smile, the same energy, the same heels, the same amount of woman from the time your grandma was young until 5 minutes ago. Dolly Parton didn't get older. The rest of us just kept catching up to her. And what I loved about Dolly Parton is that she was ultra feminine. She never acted like being smart meant she had to stop being girly. No, absolutely not. Big hair, makeup, fabulous, nails on fleek forever, rhinestones all everywhere, heels, don't even talk about it, dress fitted like it had been given special instructions just for her. And underneath of all of that was one of the smartest businesswomen entertainment has ever seen. Don't let the hair fool you, people. That lady owned things. I'm talking about own things. That lady built things. That lady wrote things. That lady produced things. Always loved you, Whitney Houston. Dolly Parton turned her name into an economy. Dolly Parton had a whole amusement park. Most celebrities sell you a t-shirt. Dolly sold you Tennessee. She owns Tennessee. And somehow with all that success, she maintained unbelievable ability to make everybody feel welcome. Black people love Dolly. White people love Dolly. Country people love Dolly. Hip-hop people love Dolly. City people love Dolly. Old people love Dolly. Young people love Dolly. Conservatives would claim Dolly. Liberals would claim Dolly. And Dolly would basically stand in the middle smiling like, well, I love you all. And that's a superpower. Because Dolly, to me, seemed to understand something we've forgotten in society. You don't have to agree with everybody to be kind to everybody. She could stand firm in who she was without making somebody else feel small for being who they were. And her kindness wasn't some Hollywood press release kindness either, okay? That woman putting books in children's hands. Her imagination library distributed hundreds of books to children. She gave money to education. She helped community. She helped fund medical research. My gosh, Dolly. She helped people after disasters. Dolly Parton would make $100 million and immediately start looking around like, okay, who ain't got nothing because I'm coming to see you. And through it all, she never seemed embarrassed by her faith. That's another thing I loved about Dolly Parton. She loved the Lord with all her heart. She talked about God all the time. She came from church. She sung like she came from church. But she didn't appear to use faith as a weapon to beat everybody over the head with it. Her faith just made you love her more generous, more hopeful. That's how That's how you supposed to wear it, man. And then when it came to music, you mean to tell me she wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You, ma'am? Leave something for the rest of humanity. And when Whitney Houston took I Will Always Love You and turned it into one of the biggest songs in history, Dolly didn't spend 30 next year screaming, I wrote it. That's my song. That's my song. She celebrated Whitney Houston because Dolly understood something else that most of us don't understand. Somebody else's greatness doesn't subtract from yours. That's a woman. And that's why today I don't just want to remember Dolly Parton as a country singer. She was proof that you could be feminine without being weak, faithful without being hateful, rich without forgetting poor people, successful without becoming inaccessible, funny without being cruel, confident without making everybody else feel beneath you, and somehow, 80 years old, while remaining 25 years old. I refuse to investigate it. Whatever arrangement Dolly Parton had with Father Time is between her and God and a very talented cosmic professional. All I know is Father Time lost. So rest well, Dolly. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the books. Thank you for the giving and the donating. Thank you for showing women they could wear 6-inch heels while handling $1 million businesses. Thank you for Christians and the kindness that you can speak louder than judgment. And thank you for proving that being everybody's cup of tea doesn't mean watering down yourself. Sometimes you just got to make really, really good tea. And there will never be another Dolly Parton. And somewhere in heaven right now, somebody is looking at the pearly gate saying, who put rhinestones on everything? We know who. Dolly did it. See you soon, Dolly. Love you.
You know, I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I ain't going to lie, I was still kind of in shock. And I know that Dolly has lived a long, impactful life, but I'm telling you, the world is not going to be the same, especially country music. But I want y'all to listen to this, okay?
This message is for white women. Are y'all paying attention to how the black community is grieving Dolly Parton right now? Are y'all seeing how the black community is grieving a white woman who sang in country music from the state of Tennessee?
I get it, because I'm a black woman from Kentucky.
Do you see that? Ask yourself why.
I may not be white, but let me tell you why. Okay, because I look at it like this. Dolly gave black people one of their greatest hits ever. I'm talking about, it was so good, we didn't even know it came from Dolly. Well, I didn't. Maybe I was too young, but it feels like we losing Whitney Houston all over again. Do you know how many times that I have heard, it brings tears to my eyes every time, and not to mention the way I want to lay hands on because all them fish out in the sea, you little red-headed hussy, and you wanted to take Aunt Dolly's man? The way you got the black community up in arms about that, we all want to fight you to this day, and half of us weren't even born when the beef was going down. You feel me? We don't play about Aunt Dolly, period.
Ask yourself why black folks are grieving the loss of Dolly Parton today in ways that they have not grieved other white women. And then maybe you should emulate that behavior. You should go figure out what's so special about Dolly that makes black folks sad that she has left this earth.
Aunt Dolly was a real one. She told it like it was, and she kept it real, and she wasn't biased. Check this out.
And of course, Black Lives Matter. Do we think our little white asses are the only ones that matter? No, everybody matters.
And not to mention, Dolly's whole image literally kind of catered to black people. The over the top, the sequence, the big hair, the long nails. Y'all think I'm lying? Check out this clip with her and Patti LaBelle in the 70s.
See, we did plan this, but we didn't know how it was going to sound.
Well, we were planning
real
to see if
cute.
we could do something like, Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. Wait, Patty.
Her nails nails was longer than Patty's. But anyways, you guys, if y'all want truth like only Bougie can do, make sure you hit that follow button. And if you want to join the conversation, leave a comment below. I love to hear from y'all. And y'all stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay prosperous. Your girl is out.
Y'all, there ain't a dry eye in Tennessee right now, especially in Nashville. I've been crying. I came out here to make a video for y'all and tell y'all something that I don't think a lot of people know about Dolly, or really talk about, rather. I think it's actually kind of obvious if you think about it. My fiance and I have been telling people this for years, but Dolly Parton was a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, but she never allowed herself to be one. And before a bunch of y'all come on here and say, I Googled it, she's not a billionaire, go look at how much money she gave away every year, just on record. And then think about how much more money she gave away every year off the record. Not looking for a tax return, not looking for a thank you, just out of the goodness of her Smoky Mountain heart, wanting to help people. Dolly Parton is proof that it is possible to be a billionaire. It is possible to generate billions of dollars in revenue a year from your business, from your likeness, whatever it may be, and never have to be a billionaire. And give almost all of your wealth away to helping other people. There is not a single damn person on this planet who needs $1 billion to stay alive, and she was our living, breathing example, one of our only ones, of somebody who could generate that much money and never allow herself to lean into the greediness of wanting to be called a billionaire. So as y'all watch all these interviews and performances and get to listen to her beautiful words and watch her radiant heart on your social media, as we all are indulging in right now. And I don't necessarily need to be the one to remind you of this, but remember that she was an actually wonderful person, a very selfless person, a very kind person, and a hilarious person. Very talented. An absolute loss. I've been seeing tons of people on here saying that we told the Grim Reaper Donnie, not Dolly. They did take the wrong 80-year-old blonde, but I don't think that she would like it very much if we were comparing her blonde tone to his. Anyway, if y'all have got flags out, lower them to half staff, because Donnie said that we should all commemorate her death by doing so, and I think that's true. That's one thing I can't agree with him on. The only thing I've ever agreed with him on, right? Anyway, rest in peace, Dolly. Tennessee is heartbroken. The world is heartbroken at the absence of your beautiful heart.
Miss Dolly Parton, I might be the only black person that'll probably say this, but baby, thank you so much for everything you did for black music, for black country music, to help us get through them doors that nobody else wanted to let us in. There's some, what's going on in America, man?
I have a question for white people. Are y'all surprised how me and my people, we are mourning Dolly Parton? We really love Dolly Parton. This woman was an ally to us, right? And I wonder if you guys understand how important she is to a lot of black households. I mean, I was talking to a coworker and we were just talking about Dolly Parton, and we're just like, yeah, I remember this movie, and we were talking about we both said it, Hard Candy Christmas, yeah, from The Best Little in Texas, right? And every black person that I've talked to, right, they're just like, I can't believe Dolly Parton passed away. I can't believe Dolly Parton passed away. I mean, we love Dolly Parton. I love that woman, okay? Hard Candy Christmas, yes. Hard Candy Christmas, yes. Yes.
If you only knew Dolly Parton as the lady who sang Jolene, you might not understand why so many black people seem genuinely upset about her passing. But Dolly actually had a really interesting relationship with black culture. And I think part of what made Dolly different was that she never seemed to need black culture to become smaller in order for her own culture to remain important. Let's start with Whitney Houston, right? Dolly wrote I Will Always Love You, and it was already a #1 country song, twice actually. But Whitney turned it into one of the biggest records in music history. And because Dolly kept her publishing rights, Whitney's version reportedly earned her around $10 million in royalties in the 90s. Dolly later said that she used some of that money on her office complex in what was then a predominantly black area of Nashville, and she literally called it the house that Whitney built. What I actually love about this is that Dolly understood the relationship was reciprocal. Whitney benefited from Dolly's incredible songwriting, but Dolly also understood just how much Whitney had done for her song. She just never seemed threatened by it. She celebrated it. And then there was Queen Latifah. They starred together in Joyful Noise, became friends, and Dolly even turned up on Queen Latifah's talk show wearing gold chains and actually started rapping. Please go and find the video, because Dolly had absolutely no business being that committed to the performance. But honestly, underneath the funny moments, there was something more serious, right? When Black Lives Matter became a huge conversation in America, Dolly didn't dance around it. She said, of course Black Lives Matter. She also removed the word Dixie from one of her attractions after understanding why its associations could be offensive. And I think aside from Dolly being phenomenally talented and just a great example of humanity, that ability to respect another culture without feeling threatened by it is part of why she crossed cultural lines in a way that a lot of people never managed to. She could celebrate Whitney, work with Queen Latifah, publicly show respect for people outside her own culture, and still be completely Dolly Parton. Maybe that's why the grief feels bigger than country music, because for a lot of people, she didn't just tolerate cultures outside of her own. She seemed genuinely comfortable loving them, like we're supposed to, right, as human beings. Anyway, let's talk in the comment section. What are your thoughts?
I want to say rest in peace to Dolly Parton. Yeah, man, that hit me, man, because there's certain people when they pass away, you just go, damn. You know, Dolly Parton was awesome, right? I remember growing up, my parents loved Dolly Parton. Growing up, you watch her on TV, man, and she was always just like had the brightest smile. She was always positive, and I used to be like, is this really her? Is she fake like that? She's a country music singer. She's from the South. I was like, what if we find out later she was racist or some shit? Nope. She was always a good person, always a humanitarian. She donated to so many charities when it came to education, to health. She was just a wonderful person. She started Dollywood, which I think was worth at least $400 to $500 million. She wrote a lot of songs, of course, to Whitney Houston. I Will Always Love You, I think. Is that one? I think that's one. I Will Always Love You. Yes, she wrote that. Which Whitney Houston sang, and she sang herself, but she was a songwriter, but she was just a wonderful person, man, you know, and a lot of people say that she was too, and I've seen her in interviews, and she was just really great, and she was fine. I don't care what nobody says. She was a fine country girl with a big ass quaff. Dolly Parton was bad. She had, you know, if I was in the country, Dolly Parton, you could have gotten it, but it's really, really sad that she's gone. And I think she had gotten sick, you know, because I was thinking she was going to live to about 100 years old. That's real talk. So, yeah, it's been a big loss in the music industry and country music. And, yeah, man, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. That's my shit. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Man, she had some hits, man. And, yeah, it's just really sad that this 80-year-old has to go and another one is still here. It's really sad. Rest in peace to Dolly Parton.
A really close friend of mine called and asked, are people really this upset about Dolly Parton? She didn't understand. She didn't grow up on Dolly Parton's music. She's not tapped into who Dolly Parton is. And I took a breath and I said, well, yes, because Dolly Parton is at the level of fame where even if you've never heard a Dolly Parton song or think that you've never heard a Dolly Parton song, you most likely know who Dolly Parton is, especially if you live in America. The biggest pop stars today have Dolly Parton in their top 5 most idolized people that came before them. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Miley Cyrus, of course, her goddaughter, they idolize Dolly Parton. There are only a few celebrities at that age range who are left. I'm talking Elton John, Cher, Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder. Drop a few more in the comments if you have them. But she's at that level. She has transcended the thing that makes her famous. But she is respected because she never stopped entertaining. Longevity is the game when it comes to someone at this level. It's why you still see all of those greats doing the thing that made them great, despite not needing to even do it anymore. On top of the music, there are very few entertainers that come close to the level of philanthropic work that Dolly Parton has done. Very few. When we talk about people sharing their wealth, Dolly Parton is at the top of that list. When we talk about people using their music to create some of the most inclusive environments on earth, Dolly Parton is at the top of that list. She's been unapologetically herself from the beginning of her career to the end. This is what true celebrities aspire to be like. To be yourself and the public loves you, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. So to that friend, I tenderly said, yes, people are genuinely upset that Dolly Parton is dead, despite Dolly Parton soft launching her death since May. If you go to her social media pages, you can feel it. You could feel that it was coming. Despite that preparation that was put in to ease the emotions of the public because she knew exactly who she was, yes, people are still genuinely hurt. It's a big loss when it comes to the entertainment industry.
Perhaps the worst thing about politics is that it has literally made every other aspect of life so fucking insufferable. I mean, Dolly Parton died yesterday, and people like Harry Sisson couldn't even wait 3 hours to make some type of political statement and start telling people which side is allowed to be upset about her death. An American legend died yesterday, and all you guys cared about is who was allowed to be upset, which side she agreed with politically, and what Trump was going to say about it. But honestly, who's surprised? Because this has been a trend for a while. Every time someone dies, the left always pretends like they knew every single thing about that person, as if they even cared before that person died. And it's not just Dolly Parton. We can't even talk about movies anymore without hearing someone's insufferable political take. Like, take Marvel for example. We can't talk about Marvel right now without bringing up Mark Ruffalo. And Mark Ruffalo and I would probably disagree on a lot politically. But at the end of the day, Marvel is my obsession, and Mark Ruffalo is the best Bruce Banner. And I don't go to the fucking movie theater and spend my money to hear Mark Ruffalo's takes on Israel and Palestine. I spend my money at the movie theater to watch Mark Ruffalo act like Hulk and smash shit. They'll make it so annoying to watch movies and TVs now because everything has to be political. You got the people over here that don't want to watch something because it's too woke and it has a gay character in it. Then you got the woke people over here that still don't like it because the gay character's only storyline is being gay. And you're like, oh, well, the writers don't know how to do anything other than make them gay. Well, you know what? Get another part of your personality besides being gay, and then maybe the writers would have more fucking content. And don't even get me started on replacing characters in movies and TV with black people, because I don't have a problem with it. Let me just be clear about that, okay? But they're doing it for the woke people, and the woke people still don't fucking like it. So just stop doing it. Because every time, like for instance, when they replace Moriarty in Enola Holmes with a black woman instead of a white man, like it is in the stories, okay? All people complained about was the fact that there were layers to this woman's blackness that weren't addressed in the movie, which never would have had to been addressed had they not made her a black woman to begin with. Nobody has any problem with y'all adding more minorities or more gay characters or more whatever on TV. What we have a problem with is the fact that y'all do it in the most fucking insufferable ways to where it adds so much context to a story that doesn't have to fucking be there. So now we have to tell the story of all of this struggle that has nothing to do with the overall storyline of the movie, and when it's not done right, then all anybody does is complain. This whole everything is political take, this little trend that people have done over the past 5-6 years has absolutely ruined society. We need to get back to a place where nothing is political except politics. We need to get back to a time where the only time that people are getting political is when they're getting in line to vote in an election. Okay? The fact that you guys get political over every single fucking thing that happens in your life, not even in your life, just things that happen in the world, is insane. Y'all need to calm down. Shut up and watch your movies and TV shows, leave Mark Ruffalo alone, and let people like Dolly Parton die in peace, for the love of God.
What? We breathe. Who gone now? Okay, now, Ma, I'm gonna take you slow. Dolly Parton. Oh, no, not Dolly, not Dolly. Not Dolly. Wait. Not Dolly. Who? Not Dolly. Who? Wait, your glasses. Get your glasses. Working 9 to 5 and Dolly. Ma. Oh, Dolly. Ma. I can't take Dolly go. Ma, you know how old she was? Dolly go. Huh? Do you know how old she was? I said, what? Do you know how old she was? Yeah, we're the same. You know we went to 2 different schools together. Wait. What? You went to 2 different schools? But what she said, I think she was ill. She was. You saw how she looked lately? How she looked? Was sick. Ma. Death was knocking. Mommy, please. Her husband ain't been long gone. Oh, she went right behind him. Right. I said, I ain't go behind mine. I know that's right. I had to live. Dolly told. Ma. What's gonna happen to Dollywood? Is I'm in the will? Oh. Mom, please. Don't get on my nerves. Am I who? You gonna go to the funeral? I don't know if I can go. Why? You might be too overwhelmed with grief. What? You might not be able to get off. I can't get off. Well, Dolly gone. She gone. She done parted ways. See, I know something was up. Did you see her lately? She ain't look good. She did. Well, she was trying to convince everybody she was well. You didn't buy it not one bit, did you? I didn't buy it because she didn't look well. I look. Do I look well? Yeah. I want to look well.
Darling. Welcome back, guys, and I hope you guys literally enjoyed every single clip I was able to roll out for you guys. And the honest truth is, this is a typical example of anything you do, people see you. Yeah, either offline or online, people see you. Either in your secret place, people still see you. There is still one person that will still know exactly what you're doing. So that is why sometimes I ask myself, even if I want to trend, why must I trend on a bad note? Why must I trend on the fact that I want to create a certain scene, or I want to make some certain thing happen? Even if I want to trend, even if I want to be whosoever I want to be, why must I be that particular subject that will cause hatred, racism, and every other stuff in the community? Black people were not only appreciating Dolly Parton, black people were praising her. Black people knew that she was the only, or let me say, she was one among the few white women who understood the pains of black people. Not only understanding the pains of black people, also keeping her legacy clean. See, in most of the videos, on 99% or 99.9% of the videos that I've literally seen, I have literally not seen anybody said, okay, Dolly Parton is this, but in this aspect she failed. I have not seen. Does that make her a perfect creature? No, she's all not that perfect. Does that mean she don't commit mistakes as well? Yes, she do. But this is one of the white women that stood on her ground, not just for black people. See, no matter the kind of race you are, she literally accepts you, to the point that when Dolly Parton was actually departing from her manager and wanted to stand on her own, what's that his name? I think Potter something. I wanted to stand on her own. Dolly Parton composed a song for her manager. Ordinarily, she would have just left because she was actually the face of the show. She was the one bringing money into the industry, right? But she didn't see it that way. She made sure that she left on a clean slate. It didn't just end there. Even during her marriage and every other thing that happened, it was recorded that she gave more to the community. She gave more, and that is why, even with her billions that she has accumulated in this life, A lot of people were not able to see her as billionaire because she didn't put them in record. She was taking most of the funds to charity. She was giving it back to the community, not only where she came from, but other children that also needed them. She created a lot of reasons why people will not only miss her, but they will miss her impact of what she have literally done. For the fact that she's 80, we understand that she has lived, but would have wished for her to live more. Now, the question, as you're watching me as a white person with every single thing that you people have literally been doing to black people, if today you are no more, what will become of you? Now, let's recall back a little bit. Let's go off point a little bit when Charlie Kirk was pupiled by his own fellow white person, right? A lot of people were even saying, oh, thank God, that's so good, it should go. You know, there was a lot of praises, and a lot of people were happy that this person has made the community toxic, right, for black people. And for that reason, who cares? So I'm not only saying this right now as regards to just white people. The question is, as someone that is watching me, if you die today, what will people remember you of? Is it for good? Is it for evil? What has been the legacy, the blueprint that you have literally set? Ask yourself that question and let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks. Also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton.